Yeah. Yeah.
Look at me.
Benchmark, they're speaking the facts that you wanna hear. That rapper jersey, the vision is clear. Diamonds glisten like a chandelier. You know what I'm here for, like Marshawn Lynch. At clutch time, we do not flinch. Real brothers, we do not switch. Hit home runs with the right pitch. Who run the city? What to do when they hating on you? I feel like Kobe 2010. I taking an L, all I need is a win. Business is business, you know how they go. You playing the seats, now it's time to grow. Tuning now, gotta be in the know. Showtime, bitch, my about to blow.
I ain't seen from now. Bowser really.
Benchmark Podcast. What's up, bro?
You're welcome back. It's another installment of the Benchmark ENT podcast. We all feeling good here. Y'all already know what we come to do, man. We here to give you more, never less. No complaints over here because we mad blessed. And I think that's literally introducing the squad that's here tonight. We're gonna start right here to my right. Miles, smooth operator, left-handed Davenport. Next episode, we will be playing that Sade in the background, smooth operator for him. But
for me,
yeah, just for you. Got your own intro music. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. It's been a long week, but we get to celebrate my boy, big money moves.
Of course, perfect. CJ Money Bags, literally CJ Money Bags. See, new money, old money, all the money. CJ Money Bags.
Yeah, I think
I mean, do we even gotta ask how you doing tonight? But I guess for the part of the show, how are you doing tonight?
Man, I'm blessed. I am blessed. God has changed my season for the better, and that's where I'm gonna leave it at, man. But hey, man,
we're not gonna drop the location.
Nah, no. We're not dropping no locations just yet. Just know that God is real and He works in mysterious ways, and that's it.
Well, you already know what that means, Greg. Real G's moving silence. You're Greg.
I'm good.
Hot takes.
I'm good.
Sends me.
I'm good, bro. I'm turning 26 on Saturday. This is another
Oh,
year
for real?
of life. Yeah, bro. What you
Yeah.
mean? You ain't know that?
No. I did. I knew your birthday was coming up. I just didn't realize it was soon.
It's Saturday, bro.
I'm gonna have to get you a little gift.
Yeah. When you ran into
A little gift. Yeah.
Hey, man.
another year.
Might have to get him a new barber.
Hey, yo. We gonna.
Now you can't post this clip.
Hey, yo. So we got a lot to get into on this episode. Draymond KD, Sha'Carri Richardson, but we gonna start off with Draymond, the KD interview. We've had a little bit of time to let that thing marinate. What was y'all first, initial takeaways from seeing this interview by Draymond, man?
I loved it. I thought it was completely authentic. Draymond's being his best version of himself, keeping it real, unfiltered. And then KD, I felt the sincerity in his voice with everything that he said. It didn't look like he was trying to cover anything up. It just really sounded to me like he just wanted to get everything off his chest once and for all, and he finally had a platform to do it. So a lot of people think, KD is someone that's misunderstood, and through watching that interview, it's like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. You're not just this villain. The one thing that I'll probably divulge a little bit more into is his, social media background in terms of the tweets and stuff. He kind of, didn't go all in on that question in terms of his answer, but nah, man, I thought it was a great interview. It was nice and short, easy to watch, 25 minutes, and honestly, covered a lot.
Do y'all think one of the things that's mentioned in there, that's something that stuck out to me that I wanted to ask y'all? Do y'all believe KD on his reasoning for leaving?
No.
Why is that?
No, I think he's gonna leave either way, bro. I mean, yeah, it's easy to pin it on the Myers and the way they handled the situation. Now, I'll admit they handled it like they were dealing with two children with him and Draymond, forcing Draymond to apologize. Like that doesn't make any sense. But like that's not why he left. He was gonna leave anyways. I mean, this guy he's acting as if the attention he got, the negative attention he got from going to the Warriors in the first place, didn't affect him. We all know that's not true. There are numerous articles out there stating how he reacted the morning after he made the decision. Talking Rich Kleiman, like, yo, why'd you let me do this? Like, what's going on? Like, it was crazy. The backlash he got was insane. And rightfully so. It was a move that I never thought I'd ever see a superstar make that move. For anyone comparing it to the LeBron thing, I think it's incredibly lazy. It's not the same. In my opinion, it's not the same at all. Like, yes, LeBron started the chain of events that would lead to this kind of decision being made by a superstar, but that they're not the same. It would be like LeBron getting beat by the Celtics the year before and going to join the Celtics. That's what we're talking about. And then even then it wouldn't be as bad because the Celtics weren't a 73-win team. So it's tough. But as you can see, I'm still feeling some kind of way about that move. I didn't love it. But no, I don't think that's why he left. I think he would have left anyways. I think he didn't touch on it, but I don't think he loved the fact that Steph was a golden child there and he'd never be what Steph was for that organization. He was never going to be Steph.
Yeah, it's plenty, like you said, it's plenty of articles, and of course, I don't think he would own up to it. You feel me? But it's been allegedly that was also part of the decision of leaving, because no matter what KD did, Golden State, San Fran, that whole Bay Area belongs to Steph. Like, no matter what he did. So I think, that probably played a factor, definitely for sure, into him exiting. Do y'all rock with the idea that, like, most of this blame should go on the front office for the actual team breaking up? I'm gonna let Maz go. I personally wouldn't put and shoulder the blame on the front office because I think he was leaving regardless. But I just feel like that was kind of like a easy way to control the narrative, which they both players in this interview love to do. I think that was an easy way to be like, all right, we're gonna put this to bed. We on the same page. It is the front office fault.
I mean, I'm sure it might have played a part a little bit. You don't want front office people meddling with the team because it can distance people on a team. It creates rifts when you need chemistry to win a chip. And I mean, this team was on a run. Like, they were dominant. They could have got a three-peat if not for KD tearing his Achilles that year. But I mean, I don't think he left because Bob Myers and I forget the other guy's name, but them making Draymond apologize wasn't that big of a impact on it. I think, like you said, he was leaving regardless. He saw that fans weren't really rocking with him regardless of how many chips he won in Oakland. He needed to make a move to kind of redeem himself in the eyes of fans. And I mean, regardless if he stayed or not, it's kind of tarnished a little bit just because it was kind of a sucker move to go there anyway. So, I mean, there was no saving him on that end.
Yo, I want to say this too, bro. Draymond Green walking around like he's invincible, bro. Draymond Green, you just came at your employer, bro.
Yeah, he was talking
the way he, if that's what I was thinking too, with that, if he really was talking to them like that and laughing in their face, and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you an option. I'm gonna laugh or I'm gonna curse you out," and you do this interview and y'all you shoulder the blame on him, you're still on the team.
Yeah. Yo, what is he doing?
I ain't gonna lie to you, that crossed my mind too as I was watching.
He's
I'm
not
like,
that. Yo,
yeah.
Draymond is great for so many reasons that people that an average basketball fan will never understand. The average fan will never really appreciate Draymond Green, but he is great. You're not that good, bro.
Bruh, the way he was talking, I'm like, yo, he about to get traded in a couple months. You still on the team. You really out here divulging all this information, and y'all basically coming out like, yo, this is their fault. This on Steve Kerr, this on Bob Myers. That's still your coach. That's still your employer. Like,
but if you're Draymond, right? What do you gain out of doing this interview?
It's a power trip. Yo.
It's for him because this is Draymond is preparing himself for after basketball.
Yeah.
Draymond definitely is going to get that contract with TNT, ESPN, somebody.
He's the next Chuck.
Because he actually did a good job with the interview. Like he did a good job. This was literally just, I'm putting this on my resume for all y'all to see. I really does this. I can do this. So when this is done, I need that bag, and I'm doing it while I'm here, while I'm still playing.
I never got this takeoff on the show. I don't know if I ever have, but I've always said that Draymond Green's the most important player on the Warriors. I've actually always said that.
I think we
talked
about that.
I didn't love it. I don't know how the people feel about it, but if you watch Steph Curry's numbers with him on the floor versus without him, it's Steph Curry not the same player without Draymond. So maybe that's what it is. Like he knows, without me, this thing doesn't work. Without me setting these screens, hitting people.
Draymond definitely knows.
He knows.
Draymond has said that he is the best screen setter in all of NBA history,
and he is. And he's not lying.
But that's what I'm saying. He knows. That's my point. Like, he's very aware of his importance to this team. And maybe that's why he could talk cash crazy.
You don't know. People don't know how important that is, yo. Getting a good screen is the difference between a wide open shot and a contested one. He's assist. That's an assist.
Yeah. That's in hockey. That's in a hockey assist, essentially.
Yeah.
It don't go down, you feel me? But
you don't go down the books, but everything he does is off the stat sheet. He's so valuable, but still coming to your employer left like that. You want to stay in Golden State, man. It's nice in Golden State. They're gonna ship him to Detroit. And he's gonna be like, all right. And now he's gonna be acting on his best behavior and all that stuff.
But can they win? Can they win a chip without him though? That's kind of So he can talk crazy.
You think so?
I think so.
I think a guy like Bob Myers. If Bob Myers is crazy enough to go in the championship they bring a couple years ago, when the Warriors won, he remember that clip? He said something about KD. He was like, yeah, we're gonna. They said something about Steph getting the max contract. He's like, you guys gonna pay KD the max? He's like, nah, he hasn't been here long enough. And then Steph just got the max, and he was like, yeah, well, he was here from the beginning. And he was joking, but you don't say that. Like, you know how sensitive KD is. You know how sensitive he is. So you say that a guy with that kind of ego who says that and thinks he's not gonna pay for it, which he ultimately did because he lost KD. If you wouldn't trade your best your champion, the heart and soul of your team away.
Now, if KD mentioned that specific quote,
oh my God,
and factored him leaving, then that I will 100%
agree.
Believe.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That makes sense for you wanting to leave. That's where it triggered in your head. Yo, I'm never going to be on Steph's level. Let me get up out of here. The thing with Draymond is just, I don't know, bro. That Joker moved different, bro.
He's a different type of
dude. He moved different. Like, I don't even know how. Like, what do you do once with the preseason and training camp start? Like I just want to be there to see the interaction between him, Steve Kerr, and Bob Myers.
He's cursing them out, 100%.
Of course, but I wonder if they even knew anything about, like, hey, yo, I'm about to throw y'all under the bus, just to let y'all know, and I'm gonna tell the whole world that I talk to y'all however I want to talk to y'all. I actually laughed in your face.
They can't trade him. I mean, they can't trade him, but they would trade him. He is not untradeable, even though he should be untradeable.
Transition to the next topic, man. Nerlens Noel is going to be suing Rich Paul. Now, I'm going to set the table, and then y'all let me know where y'all mind is at, what's y'all takes on it. So I'm going to set the table. So Nerlens Noel is suing Rich Paul for alleging that he was indifferent towards Nerlens Noel, costing him millions. This comes after, which this part I didn't know, but doing research, because y'all know I'm on that. You feel me? This is why y'all tune in. This comes after Clutch filed a grievance with the NBA Players Association that claims Noel owes the agency $200,000 for the 1-year contract with the Knicks in 2020, which then resulted now in this lawsuit coming from Nerlens Noel. So that got the ball
right.
Got the whole ball rolling. Nerlens Noel claims that Rich Paul talked him out of signing a 4-year, $70 million contract with Dallas, and instead signed a 1-year, $4.2 million contract. That year that he came into that, got injured, had a thumb injury, and claims Rich Paul right then began to lose interest in him as a client and started to ignore Nerlens Noel, including Clutch. The people that work there were starting to, like, ignore him and not give him help. This is what Nerlens Noel is alleging happened. After that, he signed that 2-year, $3.75 million deal with OKC with that opt-out option. Ends up saying that at a party, what all started is Rich Paul told him that he can make him $100 million man. And obviously that did not happen over those 4 years. He actually only made around 12 million instead of that 70 million that he was going to get with Dallas. What's your initial takes on Nerlens?
At what point is it the player's fault?
Right.
That he's just not that good. He was the number. People forget he was number 1 overall pick. Nerlens wasn't he not? He was number 1 overall. Nerlens wasn't number 1.
No.
Who won number 1 that year?
He was top 5.
He was. You know what? That's okay. Same. He shouldn't have been top 5 either. Who went number 1 that year? Now I'm just curious.
I got you. I'm gonna find.
I thought he went number 1 for no. Okay. Well, regardless, lottery pick guy.
There would be a lot more talk about him if he went number 1.
You think so?
Because he's got no offensive game.
He was the 6th pick.
Who was it? It was Ben
It's
Simmons?
Philly. Philly took him, right?
Nerlens Noel was the 6th pick. The first pick that year was Anthony Bennett, so he in good company.
He might as well been first overall then. Okay. so okay, that makes sense. That was a horrible draft. No wonder I don't remember.
And he got picked by the Pelicans.
Who?
Noel.
Noel did. He ended up with Philly too. I think.
Traded to Philly. So
traded to Philly.
Yeah.
Okay, his career has been very unmemorable. That's my point. He sucked, and he's suing his agent because his agent believed in him initially and told him, "Hey, I'll get you 100 M's. I'll get you." And Rich is not wrong. If Noel did his job, blocked, rebounded, ran the floor, he would get up. That's what Jared Jack got 100 million. I mean, Jared Allen got $100 million for it. Why couldn't he? It's the same thing. It's the same thing in theory, right? So
you know why he got more? Because he's got more of an offense. Even though his offensive game's not really.
Who, Jared?
Yeah.
No, Jared's. That's not a conversation.
Yeah.
Jared's way better than him, and we don't have to explain to people why Jared got that money and Nerlens didn't. But Nerlens.
But that's the thing. I think it was you mentioned, and you got it after this. At that time, there wasn't a Jared Allen, so he very well could have got him that 100 mil. But go ahead.
No, and that's fair. But since when do you sue the agent because you took their consultative advice and it cost you money? That's the game we're playing.
That's the problem that I have with it.
But know your body though. Know your body. You're not that good. Take that bread. 4 years, $70 million. It wasn't like Rich Paul put a gun to his head and said, "You gotta take it. No, don't take it." Know your body. Am I wrong?
Not even that. If you wanted that deal, right? If you wanted that 4 year, 70 mil with the Mavs when you had it, he fired his agent, the one that started that conversation, to get him that deal. That wasn't Rich Paul's deal.
Thank you.
Rich Paul didn't have that deal in place for him.
We have a history here.
Yes. Nerlens Noel said, I have this 4 year, 70 mil on the table that we're in talks with, but I met Rich Paul, and now he's saying he can get me this. I'm going to take care of that later, and I'm going to see what Rich Paul can do for me. And then he encourages you to sign that 1 year deal, and then you break your thumb the next year. Like, at some point, you got to take blame, too, because you had it. You could have had it, but injuries and whatnot, you can't come back now. 3 years, what is it, 5 years now? Since this was 2017, 5 years down the line, and say, I lost out on $58 million because you lost out because you didn't take the deal when it was hot.
And he had, I don't know if y'all read like all the details on it. Like he has some really wild, bold claims in here. Like basically like teams were calling and Rich Paul was ignoring the calls and trying to basically make sure he doesn't get paid.
He got bigger fish to fry.
I can't even see him though doing something like that because this how he get paid. You getting a contract is how he get paid. He get the percentage of that. If he don't get nobody signed, he not getting paid. You feel so like I can't see him just like, all right, I'm not going to pick up calls. And maybe Rich Paul didn't pick up the calls, but he has employees there. Somebody, I would feel like he would pass it off like, all right, you gonna be his agent now. Like,
what if there are other contracts that are way bigger than Nerlens Noel that he's trying to work on and close out? That obviously takes.
That's what I'm saying. I would think you would pass it off to somebody else. Like, all right, we're gonna keep you in the family, the Clutch family, but I'm not wasting my time on you because you obviously having edibles or something to be thinking. 100 million.
Rich
Topic conversation tonight.
Rich did his job by selling him the dream, though. Rich was supposed to sell the dream.
Of course.
$100 million man. That's what he's supposed to do. He's paid to sell people the dream, and he makes it happen a lot of times. Rich is great. He got DeMar 85, and DeMar is a much better. We're talking about a way higher quality player than Nerlens. But at the end of the day, this just boils down to you aren't that good. Know your body. You should take the $70 million. You got too cocky.
The thing is, like Chris mentioned, though, I don't even know if this is going to hold up, if he's going to get any money from this, because first thing I'm poking a hole in is like you fire somebody before even getting with with Rich. So you obviously in your head already thinking that's why it worked. You think you $100 million man. Rich Paul, as you said, being the good agent, hey, he's tapped in. He knows what your offer was. 70 mil, I'll get you 100 mil. I know you think you $100 million man.
That's all you.
I'm gonna offer that to you. You fired this joker. You come over here.
Done deal.
You feel me? So it's like I don't even.
And it's Rich's credentials that got him there. Rich had done it before for other people.
The thing with Rich too that nobody talks about during that whole time of the pandemic and things like that, a lot of players did not get paid. If I remember correctly, every Clutch client was getting paid during that time. Every agent wasn't able to pull that off. They was still getting paid. Anybody signed under Clutch, Rich Paul made sure you was still getting paid during that time. And that's key and huge, especially with everything that was going on and not knowing is it going to be another season, things of that nature. Like from everything that's been said about Rich Paul, dude seems like a solid guy and a great agent. It's hard for me to believe that he was just, hey, I'm just being negligent and I don't care about you no more off of one thumb injury.
Right.
One thumb injury. And I'm like, all right, that as soon as your thumb got injured, not a career-ending injury, not the ACL, not the MCL, especially for somebody like Nerlens Noel who is athletic, ACL, MCL injury, that might alter your career completely. You had a thumb injury, my boy.
And his numbers went down.
So Rich Paul, and we know the business. You was in Dallas with Mark Cuban. You know Mark. Oh, his thumb injured. That joke was somewhere eating a steak. Like, yes, I'm glad he ain't take that 70 mil. We straight now. I'm about to give him $3-4 million contract.
What
This is the business that we're in, but that they're in. Like owners, GMs, they're looking for any way because it's their job. They still got to save money and get as many players a part of a team under this cap or pay the luxury tax even. But most teams ain't going to pay the luxury tax for Nerlens Noel. So
most teams? No teams? No one's paying over the luxury tax.
I'm talking about during that time. Some teams might have took that. Some teams might have took that flyer on them. But
what did Nerlens Noel do? Am I missing something?
Yeah,
Am I missing
his
something?
stats?
Yeah.
How was he able
Am I
to get a
missing
4-year,
something?
$70 million offer?
But this is my point. He got a 4-year, $70 million offer. Somebody would have took that flyer on him. And the thing about it could have been, which we see sometimes, is the market price. What's the market price going for a player that's averaging off the bench, let's say 12 and 8, a block and a half? That could have been the asking price.
It was the market. The free agent market had a boom. And guys were getting overpaid a couple years ago. He probably was a part of that little free agency class. 4 years, $70 million for him is irresponsible, and you should be fired. Then again, Dallas hasn't done much right. The only thing they've done right over the last 10 years is Luka.
But you got to remember too, Dallas, they're not really big players in free agency.
Oh, I know.
So you're going to get that 4 year, $70 million from Dallas because we're trying to keep you as that piece. There's not many people that's going to Dallas. As great as we've heard players describe the organization and how Mark Cuban treats the players, like players having family members dying and he rents out the jet to the player and the whole family, like stuff like that. He was actually, they said, one of the first owners to like change up the locker rooms where you wouldn't have to leave. They had the TVs and the video games and the couches, and you could literally sleep there. He was one of the first owners to actually change up the locker room to be player friendly. So even with all that, players don't really go to Dallas though.
Has Dallas' superstar ever been black?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jason Kidd?
Has Dallas' superstar ever been black?
Yeah.
I mean, he's black, but you know what I mean. Like for real. Jason Kidd is black. I know that. But has Dallas' superstar ever been black? Like for real? Their guy? Because Steve Nash was there for a grip too. And he wasn't even a superstar back then.
And they treated him dirty.
But he wasn't a superstar.
But they treated him dirty.
They did. But seriously, have they ever had a black superstar? And don't tell me Sean Marion.
That's not a superstar. You said
Finley.
superstar.
Yeah, or Finley.
Finley wasn't a superstar
Michael
either.
Finley.
What about Juwan?
All right. So they never have.
Nah. That's
all right. That's a different day. I guess I got some theories there. I guess we're gonna have to talk about that later. But Mark Cuban has many nice things that he's done that it seems like he seems to die to the black superstar. He got it right with Luka though. I'll give you that.
He got it right.
What's that
with
about?
Luka.
I want to know what that's about.
Classic racist.
Yeah, is that what you're saying?
Maybe
Get it off your chest.
it wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise you that
A white millionaire is racist.
no, Mark. I'm talking about Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban specifically.
Billionaire? I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. Do we know? We don't know anything.
No,
Del
we
Curry
don't.
and Sonia Curry just broke up.
Hey yo,
We don't know
Yo.
anything.
that's
don't know about
that's
that?
tough.
Huh?
That's tough. That's tough.
We don't know
Because
anything.
the alleged
details?
alleged details on that.
Oh, it's spicy.
Oh man, I didn't know she got down like that.
Nah, hold on. I'm gonna have to
Yo,
pull this junk
y'all
up.
saw the video? Y'all didn't see the video,
No.
right?
Hey, Sonya.
We gonna take a
Hey,
commercial break.
Sonya.
Stop playing. Yo, Steph, all due respect, bro. I don't like how it's out there in the media.
His mom,
Like Mark Jackson said.
Hold on.
You see, Miles coming left.
Oh, she trending on Google already.
Yes.
I typed in SO
No,
and it
but-
says Sonya Curry.
No, but I'm not saying Mark Cuban is racist. We got some listeners that could be a little sensitive to that. I know that. That's okay. I want to piss them off. You can post it if you want. But at the end of the day, like I'm just saying, I got questions. I just got questions. Why? I
It's
literally
something-
haven't seen it.
It's something to look into. And we probably have to dive deeper in that. So to make sure we actually factual on this stuff, because you could talk about Dallas, you could talk about Boston, you could talk about a couple teams where it's like
Even the
They-
New York Giants. When was the last time they had a black quarterback?
Oh, I know John Mara is racist. What do you mean? I
So-
know that. Yo, what? I know that.
but
I'm not running from that.
nah, but I'm completely on board.
I'm not running from that.
I'm
Yo,
completely on board to have that conversation. We could really just dive into it, like talk about a couple of organizations where it seems what they want to make as the face of the franchise is often not one of us.
anything with black.
Often not one of us.
Because you saw what they did to Odell.
I am not running from the fact that the Giants are a racist organization. I will say that till the cows come home. I know that. A lot of Giants fans didn't even come back from the Odell situation. I was pissed. I was big mad. But
Yep, y'all chose that ugly joker, Eli Manning. Cap or facts?
He probably racist too, though. Like, this is getting out of control.
With Eli. See, I didn't even mention nothing about his Super Bowl.
Are you from New Orleans?
I just said he was Uggs, bro.
Eli from a white dude from New Orleans?
I think so. He just Uggs though. I wasn't talking about nothing about the Super Bowls. Like he got his 2 Super Bowls. I just talking about he Uggs.
He ugly as hell. That's what I'm saying.
You think I give a damn what he looked like? You can't even see them when
Yo.
they play.
No, you saw that when he had them 3 interceptions. He all took the helmet off. Stupid face. Face be stupid, yo. That junk used to be hilarious, bro. Chilling with Giants fans, they wouldn't care nothing about the turnovers. Just that this Joker would look like he did not care.
It's true.
Did not care.
It's true. Giants
Super
fans-
Bowl, they won the Super Bowl. Joker catch the football on his helmet. Same face.
He's
Yeah,
a
I'm
kid.
happy.
He's either
I'm
a
happy
killer,
you
either a
won.
killer or he's stupid. I think I'm leaning towards killer.
I gotta think of a little bit of both. Cap or facts? Michael Thomas will finish the season as a New Orleans Saint.
Cap.
Facts. What? You think he's not? You think that
I think he's gonna force his.
who's
way
going
out.
to take that contract
Nah,
though?
facts.
Why? What do you mean? I would take the contract right now. As good as
What?
he is.
For a slant boy? You want slant boy on your team?
Nah, he's nice, bro. Don't.
You don't think he just was running slants because Drew Brees couldn't throw that?
Yeah,
Too
you know,
long.
that's really what it was.
And because he was coming back from injury. Too.
That's what-
I think that's what it was too.
I don't know.
I mean, how many?
He
I forgot the
lost his
stat. Drew
first-
Brees didn't throw over. I think over the last like 3.5 years, they said he didn't throw a pass over like 50 yards.
Drew was washed, and they were just letting him carry on.
There's a lot of that quick hitters, West Coast type of offense because he ain't had an arm to go.
I mean, look at the offense with Jameis on Monday night. He was just ripping the ball down the field.
So I think, will he be on the team? I don't
He's not a
know, but I
burner.
think he would be.
He's not a burner,
Yeah, he's not getting away from.
but he
good
creates
corners.
separation. He's a masterful route runner. He's gonna create separation though. That he'll do, and he'll do it. at
But you
third
think he's
level.
staying though?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's-
think
it's
for this year he's
reasonable, I
staying.
guess.
I mean, next year he'll be on a different team, but this year I think.
Hold on. I've been saying this for years about the Saints. Sean Payton been out here running the score up on teams for as long as I can remember. Disrespectful. Guy has an ego. I can't stand Sean Payton. I hate the Saints. I hate the Saints because of him. Michael Thomas got hurt because they were running the score up against the Bucks, and he got hurt in a meaningless play.
Yep.
That's why they're here. Let's just make that very clear.
Yep.
This all goes back to Sean Payton and his ego. It's his fault.
Yep.
Period.
It's big on Sean Payton, and I ain't rocking with what he been doing so far. I'm still not trying to name a starter, bro. Stop playing with me. Stop. Taysom Hill should have never even been a part of the conversation. The contract they gave Taysom Hill, that's literally Sean Payton written all over it and Sean Payton's ego. Like, come on, stop it.
I can make anybody work at
Stop
quarterback.
it.
Even a guy
Stop
who doesn't
it.
play quarterback.
Stop it. You not on Belichick's level, my boy.
He's a quarterback.
Taysom Hill sucks at playing quarterback. Let's just keep it a buck.
Swiss Army knife. That's it.
Let's go do everything else.
Swiss Army
just don't
knife.
play quarterback.
Swiss Army.
You
Yo,
know
like
what
I get Jameis needs a job, right? But let's say he ball out this year. I'm out. Y'all disrespectful as heck going to have me compete with this joker.
Nah.
I'm out.
He about to be real
Hold on,
spiteful.
hold on.
Ain't nobody
We know,
else.
we know,
Well,
we
the
all-
Giants maybe.
we know damn. Shut up. We know damn well you be born. You know damn well that Jameis Winston is not gonna move out of spite at the end of this thing.
I said if I was-
South?
I said if I was him, right? And let's say if I ball
Oh,
out,
no,
only
you,
on that,
yes.
only on the precursor. If I ball out,
Yes. Leave.
if I ball out
Leave.
and I'm getting another opportunity to start,
I'm gone.
just off the simple respect factor, you had me competing with Taysom Hill.
Okay, facts.
You
I
was
agree.
telling people still right now, just the other day, 2 days ago, after that game, Sean Payton still like, we gotta figure out. We're gonna see how they go. Well, I'll choose it before the game.
Yeah.
I'll smack the heck out of you if I was James. You gonna choose before the game?
Yeah, he's wild.
What?
He's wild.
You wild disrespectful.
Wow.
You got me compete. Yo, that's like they had Michael Jordan come in, right? All right, I'm capping because he's not Michael Jordan.
Word.
I was about to say, that's a horrible comparison.
I don't know. Let's just say a role player, for example, whatever. 6 man. They had Lou Will come in. And you talking about some Kappa facts. Never mind, forget it. He did Yankees.
Kappa
Facts. 28-9 Yankees. All-Star break. 28-9. They will make the All-Star playoff run. Kappa facts. They will make
Facts.
the deep playoff run. Kappa facts.
Deep playoff run? Y'all deep playoff run? Y'all get
Hurt over there.
They're not winning. No,
Put it on wax. Put it on wax.
They're not winning. No,
Put it on wax. Put it on wax. What is your team, Greg? It's the Mets, y'all. It's the Mets. I wouldn't say it is.
What was your?
I wouldn't say it 5 times.
What was your?
That's like saying Candyman 5 times.
Right now, I'm taking a step. I'm gonna break. Right now, the Yankees not making. I'm gonna break. Your pitch. The Yankees not making
A break or you completely done?
Yeah, the playoff series, you're not.
A break or you completely
Yeah, the
done?
playoff series, you're not.
What's the
match up with.
What's the thing? So what do you think is the ceiling? What do you think is the? So what do you think is the ceiling? What do you think is the ceiling for?
At best, one playoff series. At best, one playoff series.
What's the ceiling? Because you think they're doing a deep playoff run. What's the ceiling? Because
Ceiling
you
is
think
the
they're doing a
chill.
deep playoff run. What's the
Making it to the
ceiling?
World Series is a chill. We're making it to the World Series.
You
Do you
know
think?
that's not true.
Do you think they're gonna be able to? Do you think close the gap? Do you think they're gonna be able to close the gap and win the division? They 4 games back right now.
It's only 4 games. It's only 4 games now. Best team in baseball right now. The hottest team in
11 game
baseball
winning
right now.
streak.
Best team in baseball right now.
11-game winning streak.
I ain't listening to nobody from Queens tell me nothing. I ain't listening to nobody from Queens tell me nothing.
Next one for Kappa Facts. Magic Johnson. Next one for Kappa Facts. Magic Johnson is a good replacement for first take. Kappa Facts.
Facts.
I mean, Max wasn't that good, but at least Max.
Yo, you heard
At least Max
Rob's really. Yo, you heard Stephen A. Rob's really.
Yes.
He said
I was about to.
Stephen A. wanted more.
Yes. I was about to. I watched the Hot 97. Shout out to Steve Rosenberg. He did a Hot 97. Shout out to Steve Rosenberg. Ego on them. But they went to that decision where they asked him, like, he said, I didn't know anything about it. I'm not living to speak. He said, I didn't know anything about it. I'm not living to speak about it. Cap! Lying! Cap! Lying!
And now he's pushing Michael Wilbon and
Magic Johnson.
Michael Wilbon and
I would love
Magic Johnson.
I would love that he's a way better choice than Magic Johnson. I feel like he's a way better choice than Magic Johnson.
He's good. He's good. But it just needs something better. Like, I don't know what.
Maybe you have a woman on there.
I don't know what.
Maybe you have a woman on there. Maria Taylor was.
They got Rachel Nichols out of here. They got Rachel Nichols out of here. Which one? Fox.
They need to put Taylor.
They need to
put Taylor.
She went on Fox.
That tells
Your
me
first
something.
thing to do is Fox.
She went had an interview with them, man.
And the headline read
She went had an interview with them.
yeah, and the headline read something like, ESPN fires or takes her show away for having takes her show away for having having
Fox News stuff.
stupid like that.
Fox News stuff. That caption. That would be Fox News caption all over it. Fox News
listeners
all over it. They be alright.
Some listeners not gonna like this.
They be alright. They probably not gonna like the episode dropping on Monday. They probably not gonna like the episode dropping on Monday. They gonna be fine. We got transition. We got transition.
You not see anything?
Nah.
You not see anything?
Nah.
Yo, man. So we gotta talk about on this next topic. Sha'Carri Richardson. As y'all know, she finished in last place at the Prefontaine Classic. I'm going to read some stuff to y'all. I don't want to get y'all thoughts on this. Like, of course, she lost. We already know about that. That's been talked about in length about that aspect. But there's some other stuff that came out that was a little troubling to me, a little bit concerning to me. And I didn't like her response even after the race, bro. Pride comes before the fall, and I still don't see any humility coming from Sha'Carri Richardson. After the race, I'm not upset with myself at all. This is one race. I'm not done. You know what I'm capable of. Count me out if you want to. Talk all that ish you want, because I'm here to stay. I'm not done. I'm not done yet either with some of the stuff she's done. Like the tweet that said Shelly Ann Fraser Price looked like Lil Wayne. She also liked the. She liked the tweet.
Oh, I know.
And you know how that shade be going on Twitter. You're not gonna say it, but you'll like it, and people see your like, so you might as well have tweeted it. But she liked the tweet that said that, right?
Yo, she's wild.
She also liked the tweet that said, "Not y'all Jamaicans still talking ish when y'all gotta walk barefoot to your coconut stand every day for a living." I started off.
Yeah, no, they talking hot.
I started off at this point. I was rocking with her like when she first lost and everything. I'm like, she's 21. I tweeted it. She's 21. She's still young. We've all been humbled. I hope her mental is straight. She'll be back. Now, this is before she came out and the after interview. I tweeted like, yo, keep her in prayers. Hope her mental straight. She's only 21. She's gonna be back. It's a whole lot left in her career. Then the interview. I'm like, bruh, it's no humility. It's no humility at all. I'm not rocking with it. I didn't like how she carried herself in the after interview. It just sounded like somebody uneducated and ignorant with her approach to it. Like, you lost. You told us before the race that, yo, I'm gonna show the world. You ain't show us nothing. You can't come then afterwards talking about, I'm not going where y'all could talk all this. Yeah, they're going to talk. You was talking it to yourself.
Right.
I have no problem with that. We've talked about this on episodes. You could talk trash, but don't talk trash, not back it up, and then get on the after interview and still talk some more trash. Take that L, get back in the lab, and that's it. Shut up. Like, I really want to know, and shout out to my homie, my sis Bridget, who actually ran track, who actually could have made it on Olympic trials or whatever. We got to get her on one day to tell her story on that aspect. But she said, I wonder who is in her inner circle. Going from the whole thing of the marijuana And then these tweets she's liking, you can't be tweeting talking about I love all races, all flags, and then throwing a little subliminal shade like here liking these tweets. I'm not rocking with it, bro. I'm not rocking it. She still seems extremely immature, and it's no humility there.
I was never a stand for Sha'Carri Richardson. That's all I'm saying. I was never a stand. Honestly, I don't know how to follow what you just set up. Like it's perfect. It's everything I would have said. So, Miles, you got something? Go ahead. But me, Sha'Carri just sounds mad uneducated. Period.
I was never a stand either, but I'm just off the strength of, you feel me? Like, all right,
that.
she's been through a lot. I pray her mental is straight. She's 21. She's coming back.
Yeah.
You then do that. Like the thing, I can't. You know who I want to know? How they thinking and feeling about this? I wonder if Michelle Obama somewhere looking at Malia and her daughter's like, I wish y'all would try this. I wish y'all would try this. Have me tweet about y'all supporting y'all, and you do this for the next couple. Bruh, you had Michelle Obama rocking with you. And you out here, hey, say what you want. Oh, I'm not a good black person, whatever you want. She's not a good representation at all these last couple of weeks, bruh. She's not. That's not somebody I would be having my daughters, my cousins, my nieces, nephew, anybody looking up to her. Terrible example. Terrible how you handle yourself in these interviews. Even from jump, all the talking, and I'm the 6th fastest woman in the world. Yeah, you lost, so that 6th fastest don't mean nothing. It really don't. Right now, at this moment, you lost. What are you talking about? I'm the 6th fastest. You weren't even the 6th fastest in the race. You finished 9th. What are we talking about here? Just shut up and take your L. Like and I get it. She probably don't have nobody around her circle that's telling her this. She don't got a PR team, nothing, and like completely switching gears. But this is why you got to look at players like LeBron and even Kobe, where it's like, yo, to be that young and to have that type of poise and that type of wisdom about you of knowing what to say and how to handle yourself in these interviews is rare that you see that. And we're seeing her age in this now. We're seeing her age in this. And the thing to me, though, is like, I don't think it's an excuse whether you got a PR team or not. We got so many athletes, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, that you could look to see, how do I handle this? How do I respond to this? Bruh, you have to have some type of self-awareness. You just lost and got last place and they're interviewing you. Why are they interviewing you? They knew they was getting a soundbite. You can't tell me they ain't know about that. They knew they was going to get something from Sha'Carri. Where else do you lose dead last and get interviewed right after the race?
I had the same thoughts.
They knew you was about to come cash crazy.
Yeah.
Good job on the producers. Shout out to them. Doing a great job. They ain't interview the people that won. They interview, hey, yo, Jamaica finished 1st, 2nd, 3rd again. They went to the Olympics and they came over here and did it again. They some bad, shut your mouth. No, they interviewed you. And you didn't even have the humility and the class. Yo, I lost. Congratulations. They did their thing. And just leave it at, I'm going to get back in the lab. Give us a good, hey, it was my mechanics. Hey, shoot, it would have been nobody would have said nothing if it was, yo, my mental wasn't right, not being in the Olympics, I really shouldn't have competed. You said something like that, everybody like, oh, we get it. That's cool. It's all right, Sha'Carri, it's cool. You don't help yourself doing all that. Nah, bruh. Shout out to my wife. I'm glad I ain't got to deal with that, bruh. Shout out to my wife, bruh.
This got him hot.
I haven't been given the grace to deal with that type of nonsense, bro.
You know when you see it.
So, bro.
So miles
Anywho,
Yeah.
we going.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to the Jamaican team though too.
Yeah.
They put up a tweet with all the flags. of the race. It was Jamaican flag. Fourth place was an American, and then it was something else, and the last place was a American flag. And they was like Throwback Thursday. Oh wait, too soon. They trust me. They saw all the little shady tweets that she liked, and supposedly too. I don't know if there's any validity to this, but Allison Phoenix came to her aid on Jimmy Kimmel, and Stephen A was filling in for Jimmy Kimmel. Sha'Carri then went on Instagram, was like basically saying her support on TV was fake. Now I don't know. Maybe she knows Allison Phoenix personally, and Allison Phoenix talk crap behind closed doors or something like that. But if that is not the case, Allison Phoenix is one of the most decorated, historic athletes who has always been held in high esteem. She stood up for you and didn't have to. I don't think anybody would have had any problem if Allison Phoenix came out and was like, nah, I don't rock that chick, bruh. I don't. Next question. Because I don't want to talk too bad about another black queen. Next question, I ain't going to go there. She came out and supported you like, yo, same thing that I said that we always saying, yo, hopefully her mental's right. She's 21. She'll be back. And you got problem. Flag on the play, man. Malik Scott, trainer, predicts Fury will be knocked out in 5 rounds.
Tyson Fury?
Yes. He believes Deontay Wilder will knock him out in 5 rounds.
Didn't Fury win the last one?
He did.
He won the last.
Convincing fashion.
He won the last 2, in my opinion.
I thought he won.
Well, didn't Deontay's like excuse was that he wore that heavy ass suit?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
But it didn't affect him in all those other fights.
Yeah,
that's
right.
the thing.
Yeah, right.
It's cap.
This cap.
Oh, it wasn't a cap of facts. It's just flag on the play if y'all wanted to talk about it.
But it is cap though. He's not. I don't think he's gonna win that fight. It's his legacy is on the line with this fight. Like he has to win. Otherwise, it's like you can't go down as a top heavyweight. If you lost to a guy, arguably 3 times. Muhammad Ali didn't do that with Joe Louis, so we'll see. That's why when you saw them at the weigh-in, that's as serious as he's been. Like it was just a stare down for 5 minutes. So we'll see.
Next flag on the play, accept the decline. Kanye released Drake's address in a post and delete. Accept or decline.
I hate this guy.
Decline. It was corny as
I
hell.
hate this guy.
That was so corny.
I hate this guy so much. I'm not a Kanye guy.
Because like, what do you gain from giving his address? And
My
not just
thing-
like a normal person. Like he's a
He needs to go. Kanye
He's
needs to
a
get
well-known
on his meds, man.
superstar in the world.
This is the thing that to me it started everything. You going to the family aspect, bro. My family stay here. You releasing that information, and Rick Ross came out and said, you know, he doesn't think he loves the art of it. And he doesn't think they're taking it personal. But if I'm Drake, I'm taking it 3,000% personal because you released the information on my son to be used in a rap battle, and then you posting addresses. Bruh, and it's rumored they waiting for each other to drop on everything. I'm waiting for you to drop purposely. I'm gonna drop a 2-pack just cause the rain on your junk. Don't even drop Certified Lover Boy on that day. I'm coming to flame you, and just for the heck of it, because Drake has said he's the petty king. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to the family aspect now too. Like I think he was in Kanye's head with the whole rumors, he messed with Kim. But I wouldn't be surprised now if he actually, just for the heck of it, follows through with that. Like, this is a safety issue. You his son, for all we know, his son stays at the address you leased. And people was joking around on Twitter like, oh, this is how I'm going to be at Drake's house. And he was putting clips up from The Purge. I'm like, that's not nothing to joke with. Like, if something were to actually happen, God forbid, praying nothing does happen. If something were to happen to Drake's family at the house, at the address he released,
FBI coming for you.
forget Donda. You not dropping no music, my boy.
Yeah.
It would be doing us a favor.
That's wild.
I'm just gonna be mid.
That's wild though. That's wild. That
You're not gonna listen to it though.
I didn't listen to this live.
we put out the poll. If they both dropped on the same day,
Certified
85% of y'all said y'all listen to that first.
You know, and Miles, you know different, right? You listen to CLB first.
No, for sure.
Drake against anybody drop him on the same day as Drake.
I don't know if it's Drake, Jack Harlow. It's a toss up, bro.
You gotta get him off the show. You gotta end the show.
You said who? You
That
said
was
Jack Harlow?
irresponsible. I can't believe that.
Next
I
flag.
messaged Jack Harlow, but you off that narcotic.
What you talking about, country boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, you going to let you stand on.
Hold on, yo. Let me plug y'all to Thomas Rhett.
Who?
Yeah, talk.
Thomas Rhett?
Yes, sir.
That sounds racist. Go to the next
Yo,
thing.
that's funny though.
Hey, yo, so the next flag on the play, accept or decline. There's a roller coaster in Japan that's breaking necks, literally. Accept or decline.
I don't know why I said. I don't know why I just cracked me up.
It's breaking necks. A roller coaster.
Literally. So, there's a theme park in Japan that has the world's fastest acceleration. It hits 112 miles per hour in just 1.56 seconds.
That's right.
Now it's came out that it's been reported 4 cases of fractures in the back and the neck linked to this roller coaster. Like literally broken neck. So now they closed it down, but this was going on a couple of months. They had this ride, couple weeks, my bad.
That's why I don't be getting on these crazy rides. You tell me to go to King of Ka. I don't do King of Ka.
King of Ka is not compared to this one. I've
It
been on
don't
King.
even matter.
I've been on King of Ka a couple times.
It don't even matter, bro. It don't even matter.
I want to see the film of this though, because I feel this was somebody literally sitting like this, like I'm sitting on the ride. They're like, even on King of God, they tell you sit your behind back here, don't be leaning forward, have your arms all out. I feel it was one of those 4, somebody was doing. You don't put yourself in that position where your neck could break. Like, just sit back and chill out. But this is where also is different in different countries. America probably will not even sign off on having that in a park. Like,
That's also true, yeah.
You wouldn't see that at Six Flags. Like, there's no way anywhere in America, any states would be like, all right, it's good to go. Even in Florida, they wouldn't even do that.
Even in Florida.
As crazy as Florida is, they wouldn't even do it.
Florida's COVID central right now.
Yeah, Florida, they different, bro. They the ones that started the Delta variant.
Yep.
Best athletes to never win a chip. Who comes to mind for y'all for the best athletes to never win a championship?
Tiki Barber?
Reggie Miller.
I mean, what do I care? What do I care? I still saw 2. What do I care? Because couldn't I just name every Jets player ever? Like, if I really wanted to do that.
Nah, because they wouldn't be the best athletes.
Huh?
They wouldn't be the best athletes.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that is even worse. But
Man,
What?
Bengals-
I'm just saying. Whoa,
No, don't start.
Chad
Don't
Johnson.
start.
Chad Johnson, one of the best athletes to never win a trip.
Chad is awesome.
Get out of here, bro.
Chad was awesome.
Best footwork in his position during his career.
I would say.
That's cool.
I don't think anyone.
Hey,
That's
quiet.
cool.
He quiet. Reggie Miller, though?
Reggie
Reggie
Miller, I
Miller
throw
too?
up there. Speaking on the football plane, Randy Moss. I know that hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt. Losing to the Giants, especially that way, and how they had that season. Randy was supposed to get one that year. He was supposed to get one that year.
No, he wasn't.
Here we go with this Giants love. I'm saying
Wasn't in the cards.
he was
Chad
supposed to.
Johnson, Tiki Barber. I'm gonna say.
Why you throwing Tiki in there?
I'm gonna throw Charles Barkley out there.
Well, obviously.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles is an obvious one.
I'll throw a name out there too that some of our listeners may not know. Bruce Smith, the all-time leader in sacks. Like the all-time leader in sacks. He wasn't able to get a championship.
Did Michael Vick win one?
Mike Vick ain't win one. LaDainian Tomlinson ain't win one. And yo, that made me mad when LT was around. Them Chargers teams, him, Antonio Gates, like
and Philip
He's the reason a lot of people got into football.
A lot of people like. I loved watching LT. Super exciting to watch. Literally was like one of the. No, I can't say one
He
of
went
the
to the
first.
Jets and his career went downhill.
Who?
LT.
What do you mean?
I'm playing
Almost
with
took us to a Super Bowl. That's a lot further than y'all made it.
Of course, we got
made it
mentioned.
two Super Bowls. We just lost twice.
I got mentioned before we even transition. Allen Iverson got to throw out there too, of course. AI,
True.
T Mac.
Yeah. Vince Carter.
There's a lot of stars that ain't
Oh,
won.
did we see one? No.
Nope. He didn't go ring chasing. He went.
I like Blake Griffin.
Yeah, for now. After
For
next
now,
year, we
yeah.
could say that. And I would.
Well, we could say Blake Griffin too.
For now.
James Harden.
James Harden.
James is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So he's gonna go
After
hard.
next year, they won't be able to say that. What game do we want to play here? What Nick are we gonna put in this conversation?
See?
Carmelo?
Leave
You
Melo
could.
out of this, bro.
Carmelo?
put Melo in.
After this year, Carmelo might be having shit.
Leave Melo out of
I
this,
don't
bro.
know.
Leave Melo out of this, bro. He going through enough right now. Leave Melo out of this, bro.
So there's no Knicks in this conversation for your son?
Amari Stoudemire.
No. I don't think he's in this conversation.
What if we're saying ever? There's a slim
It's slim
list
pickings.
of.
Well, yeah,
Real quick, complete sidebar. Because speaking of the Knicks, J.R. Smith, man. What's y'all takes and thoughts on that, bro? Because I said it to y'all, and
How's the highlights comment?
yeah, the still trying to go with the Henny God jokes and whatnot, and he's come out on multiple interviews, on multiple podcasts, multiple TV shows, and said, "I don't even drink Henny. I don't like it.
I don't even know where that came from, honestly.
I don't even drink Henny. I do not like it." And he got fed up and was like, "The jokes is old. I'm actually trying to do something for my life." And they're not promoting and being happy about that aspect for the black man of him going back to school and got cleared to play golf. What was y'all takes on that, man?
The jokes is old. It's corny. It's from 2016. From when he messed up one play. I mean, it was a costly play in the playoffs where he turned.
Nah, it was from when they won the chip.
It was before that. Yeah.
It was once
Was
they
it?
it was once they
It was
won
the parade.
the parade. He was Henny
Shirt
God,
off.
shirt off. Henny God. I really don't even know. We would have to probably look back where it started, but it's just like I don't see these sites doing this for white athletes, bro.
Regardless, that joke is past
I
its
think
time.
it comes from this club. Though. I don't think it's for the people who do it on Twitter. Like I think that it didn't start from a bad place. I don't think.
No, I don't think it starts from a bad
I
place.
think they just really they tattooed him with it now. Like now it's stuck with him. Now it's like all right, now he's the any guy. Now he's a guy we can't take seriously, right? And no one wants to be known that way. He's doing something incredible going back to college. Come on, man. Like
And
he
he's
doesn't
serious.
have to do that.
He's serious
He's
about it too.
Straight. He's good. His money's good. His family's good. He's going to college to make himself better. That's an admirable thing he's doing.
Yeah, and he's held
And
a
he
lot
was
of a lot of these accounts.
right. Yes. Yeah.
A lot of these accounts.
None of these accounts are run by black people, man. They don't hire black people.
They love.
Overtime does.
Yeah, you know that.
I know somebody that works there. He's black.
So we're gonna ask. All right, we're gonna
Shout out
transition to
overtime.
the fantasy wide receivers, tight ends conversation. We're gonna start off with the wide receivers. Who's some of the wide receivers you think is gonna break out in fantasy, and who's some sleeper picks to for people to look out for the wide receivers?
Elijah Moore.
Facts. But Jerry Jeudy, I like Jerry Jeudy this year. If he had a competent quarterback last year, he would have played a lot better, especially with Cortland Sutton out the whole season.
I wouldn't start him in week 1.
What do you mean?
Don't start him week 1. Don't start Jerry Jeudy. If you picking Jerry Jeudy, don't start him. Don't start that guy week 1.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I should have picked somebody else.
Don't start him week 1. He's gonna be on Bradbury Island.
Bradbury Island.
Bradbury like that. Talking about
T.
Bradbury
Higgins.
what he deserves. There we go.
What are you
Nah,
talking
T.
about,
Higgins,
bro?
yeah, I like
He had
that.
900 something yards last year as a rookie. Stop playing with first of all, with
He
a
would have had
backup
1,000
quarterback.
without.
With Burrow, he would have had over. They would have had like 1,200.
Okay. You got to share touches with Jamar. If Jamar catches
That's
Might have been better
fine,
than
that's
Justin
fine.
Jefferson too.
Justin Jefferson like that. Justin Jefferson.
No, Justin Jefferson isn't like that. I'm not
He's
gonna
like
lie.
that.
He gonna get locked up week 1 though.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Are they
Who?
playing the Bengals? Let me guess.
Who's gonna guard him?
Cheeto Awuzie.
Who?
Cheeto Awuzie.
I
Did
know.
you watch
I'm
last
very familiar who he is.
Yes.
He's
Cheeto?
a
Yes,
former
I'm
Cowboy.
sure. Yes, he's familiar with who he is too.
I
Cheeto
saw-
been playing great.
I see what Odell.
Cheeto
did.
has been playing
I
great.
see what Odell did to him. It was not fun. It was not pretty.
Listen, he's better than he was.
Speaking of Odell, how do you think Odell's gonna do this year, fancy?
I ain't
tread
drafted
with
him.
caution. It's not his fault.
He's gonna be a
Stop
wide
talking.
receiver
I
too.
saw. What you say? When was I want to cut you off?
No, he's gonna be a wide receiver too.
They have too many
Crazy
options.
numbers, but him and Baker just don't mix.
Yeah, I saw the first take. You were talking about, oh yeah, how much does Odell have to prove this year? No, bro, this is not an Odell problem. It's a Baker Mayfield problem.
Yeah.
Like,
watch him go to another team and go off.
Why is
Yeah,
it
just
a Baker
wasted 4
Mayfield
years
problem
of
after
his
the way he
life.
played last year?
who, Baker?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have any chemistry with Odell. Now, he may be an Odell,
But that's not Baker's fault.
Why? Whose fault is it? Who's
It's-
supposed to create that chemistry?
I'm
Both of them.
the both, of course, the both of them. But when you put all those weapons around Baker and then Odell gets hurt, like how is it his fault that he hasn't built that
No.
chemistry?
But the year before that, when Odell had played a mostly healthy season, he was getting the ball like that.
He still had 1,000 yards, but it wasn't like those Giants years where
Now, where we was feeding him that
Yeah.
pill and he was going crazy and
That's
running,
the thing.
running New York.
I said this before with that. I don't think it's gonna work because that's too many weapons to try to keep happy. And Baker is not like a Greg gonna lose his mind. He's not like a Tom Brady or Peyton Manning where he can spread the ball around to all the targets. And not only that, their offense don't even run like that because they know in Cleveland, that coaching staff know we can't get this man 40, 50 pass attempts.
No.
We got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. So with that being the case, and if they're smart, the focal will be running the ball, play action, try to get some deep passes.
Third down, the guy he goes to is Jarvis Landry.
Exactly. So with that being the case,
He's comfortable with Jarvis Landry. It's his guy.
Odell, I think Odell needs to be in a different place where he's the focal point.
Come to the Bengals and play with Joe Burrow. LSU connection.
why would you?
No, I'm
guys
chatting.
do
Yeah,
that?
why would you?
I'm
you-
chatting.
so
I'm chatting.
you should-
We don't
you-
need. I'm
y'all should
chatting.
trade for
Relax.
offensive linemen.
Relax. I'm chatting.
Any offensive lineman.
You think Jamar Chase for Penny Sewell straight up?
I think.
Who blinks?
I don't want to. I don't
Who
want to hear
blinks
nothing
first?
about that. I don't want to hear nothing about that until at least 3 weeks into the season.
Who
see
blinks
what's going
first?
on.
What team is he on anyway?
The Lions.
Oh, the Giants had Penny Sewell.
Hmm?
The Giants had Penny Sewell.
I need a Dory Jackson back. Stop playing.
Who did Dory Jackson back?
You need to go get him some ice.
It's a minor injury. I don't
Yeah,
like
you know, he's mad
There's a
funny,
minor.
though.
He's back for week 1. They
Nah,
said.
all
It's
season he
minor.
was
I
talking
love how
hot
Mom
about
posted that in
Dory
the chat
Jackson.
as if like
He was talking
he was
hot
like he
about
was
the
doing
Dory
something.
Jackson.
That
all
what?
season.
I wasn't. It was because that was
That
literally
was
the
mad
last
funny.
thing that I saw. Him carded off.
He's fine.
Okay, if anybody's carded off, you don't. Oh,
No.
let me.
Nah,
He's
that's
fine.
cap. That's
His
cap.
leg
That's
is
cap. If you
pointing
see somebody,
south.
if you see somebody getting carted off,
Well, I saw.
you're gonna have some level of concern in there.
I saw.
Travis Etienne done for the season.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm to important stuff. I saw that Pat Leonard and said that he was fine. Sorry, Travis Etienne, you get better. All right, that sucks. But it's the
That's because they
Jaguars.
got to keep y'all hopeful.
Huh?
They got to keep y'all hopeful.
No, shut up. Oh, you're talking about hopeful. You over here?
Absolutely
Don't say
nothing.
yes,
to prove.
No, because the
Travis
Bengals got
doesn't have
nothing to
nothing
prove.
to prove.
What are you talking about?
See, here you go.
So
Bro,
hold on,
y'all
he's
really
a-
about to give me a
No,
hot. No.
Is he established in the league already? I didn't realize that he was, in the conversation for top.
If
receiver.
CD Lamb has
That's not what I meant by nothing to prove. I think you took that out of context. I'm
But
saying
then
nothing
what
to
do you
prove to
mean by it?
Greg.
Oh, okay.
He had 900 plus yards last year as
Everybody
a rookie
Everybody got something to
with
prove to me.
with a.
Everybody
Get the hell outta
everybody
here,
has something
bro.
to prove to me.
For tight ends,
Everybody does.
for tight ends, who comes to your mind for some top picks and some sleeper picks, people to look out for in this drive?
I like Hawkinson from the Lions. I think because everybody's going to target Travis Kelce and Waller and Kittle.
Yeah, those guys are.
And those are guys that you could take early, but why waste your pick when you can get Hawkinson maybe 4 rounds later than that and stockpile your team even more? So he's going to get peppered with targets because the Lions suck and they're going to have to throw a lot.
Mark
So,
Andrews.
Is Tunyon still with? No, I had Mark Andrews last year. He played awful for me.
yeah. He's still with the Packers.
Yeah, he played Tunyon, right?
Yeah.
He played good last year. I picked him up after I dropped Mark Andrews, and he played pretty good. Same with Zach Ertz too.
Yeah, Zach Ertz.
Zach
He
was
was
horrible last year.
horrible with a capital H.
Is he still in Philly?
Yes. He didn't.
He dyed his hair blonde. He's going through.
Yeah,
something.
I don't know what's going on with him. I remember him last year at the end of the season where he gave that press conference talking about
He thought it was
how
over.
he thought it was over, didn't think he was gonna be back, and then next thing you know,
They couldn't get rid of him.
yeah.
Because nobody was giving
No one
up
wanted
any
him.
picks.
After he played horrible.
Evan Ingram, guys. That's my sleeper pick. And you know what? It's a fair one. It's a fair one. More seam routes this year. Saquon's back. Things will open up. Okay. Evan Ingram's a fair pick. Yo, Evan
He get rid
Ingram's a
of those
good
Stonehands?
sleeper pick.
It's not
He
a
get rid of
bad
those
pick.
stone hands?
He's gonna catch ball this year because he's not gonna be the focal point of the offense. No pressure. Kenny Galladay is that guy.
What's the deal with him and Kyle Rudolph? How they interchanging?
Kyle Rudolph's gonna play a lot too. I think they're gonna do a lot of two tight end sets for both of them. And one guy runs straight.
One guy's
seam.
gonna have to block because there's no line.
They'll make everything on
There's
block.
no line.
I'll tell you, you know what? I feel better in my own line than he does.
Then who? Oh, yeah.
Listen, I know the Bengals line is an issue. It's been an issue every damn year. That you ain't saying nothing I don't already know, bro.
I feel better in my line. I feel better about that.
I hope Joe was working on his speed because he's gonna have to run out the pocket.
Why are you coming at me, bro? You need to worry about your own team because y'all defense got problems of its own. Y'all need to find someone to replace Carl
We
Lawson.
may be young, but we're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. We young, but we're coming.
Oh, that's how you know he hopeful, bro. He sing that to himself every night before he go to bed.
Mom's gonna have mad, angry.
Ma-
He gonna be drinking hella yak.
Nah, mom's the type that wake up, look in the mirror, and start singing that stuff. We might be young, but we're ready. That's what you do every morning. Get yourself a little pumped up.
Hey, what's some defenses to look out for to draft in this fantasy?
Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos easily.
look at his eyebrows rising.
We don't care about them.
What do you mean you don't care about them? Just tell the people. It's just irresponsible. New York Football Giants defense is gonna be one you can pick up.
If they're healthy, if
Said
they're
New York
healthy,
Football Giants.
if they're healthy.
New York Giants defense is gonna be one to reckon with this year.
I do like their secondary. I really do.
Azeez Ojulari is serious too. He's over here killing Jedrick Wills last week, 1-on-1. And Jedrick Wills is nice. No, Giants defense is gonna be one you gotta pick. You gotta mess with. Ravens defense is one you gotta mess with.
What about the Bills?
No.
Yeah, no. Bills, that's a whole different conversation.
But you hit it on the head. The Broncos for sure. We'll see. I mean, the Rams are always up there.
Would y'all put the Bucks in that conversation?
I mean, yeah.
They're bringing back the same team.
Someone's got to carry the Bucks to the championship. It's not going to be Tom Brady. So it's got to be the defense.
See, Tone knew what he was doing with that question.
Yeah, so someone's got to get him there.
Tone was looking for a soundbite like Sha'Carri.
The only reason why the Bucks won the Super Bowl last year is because of their defense. Period.
It's a different podcast, bro.
Period.
You can edit stuff out, right?
No, keep that in there. Period.
I couldn't even use that clip. We've used Greg talking about that on like 2-3 times, man. So
We're going like again with this guy. It's like
Only
that
one-
SpongeBob.
Only one person.
How many
will
times do we have
understand.
to teach you this lesson, old man?
Only one person. It's facts, though. It's facts.
oh man. But to close out the show, man, we got the family segment where we have y'all send in questions, topics, and we talk on it. So shout out. IG name is Jalil_. Cameron Dotson. He came with this.
I know I got one topic I want to get into. I want to talk about how Juju Smith-Schuster is not the receiver everybody makes him out to be ever since Antonio Brown left the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to just be honest and say he's not, and not even close to it, to be real. I know I got one topic.
I was about to say, I hope he's all right.
Sound like you fell, right? Prayers up for Jalil.
Shout out to him.
But that's facts.
That's a good
though.
question. Yeah.
I mean, it is facts, though, because ever since he was putting up crazy numbers when AB was there, but that's because he wasn't facing number one coverage. Then once he started facing number one coverage, those numbers went down. So, I mean, not everybody can be a number one. Juju's more of a number two. And you saw his market wasn't that heavy in the offseason. Like, he had to re-sign on a 1 year deal to kind of, it's a prove it deal. Like you kind of have to prove yourself. And it's crazy because he's only like 23, 24 years old. But I'm not saying like his career in the NFL is on the brink right now, but his pockets are.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of teams ain't dealing with that TikToking either, bro. Because that really seemed like that was more of the focus. And I think that's also, whether nobody wants to say it or not, I know that probably played a factor in these GMs and these owners doing these negotiations. Like, football don't seem like your number one thing, my boy.
For sure did.
Do we want to sign you? I'm pretty sure. I could see there being meetings and conversations like, all right, Juju, we thinking about bringing you to the squad. Will you give up TikToking?
I don't even like this conversation about TikToking too, though. Football, NFL is so outdated with the way they do stuff. Who cares? They just TikTok. Just don't do it on the opposing team local. You want to do TikTok?
I care because the production. If you see this in any sport, you see this in any sport. You can do whatever the heck you want off the field, off the court, long as you produce. They don't care if you go partying. They don't care if you go drinking. They don't care if you having multiple orgy parties. They do not care. You come and produce. They don't care. It seemed like the main focus was TikToking. You dancing and stuff on the opposing field, which is fine. Do that. Go ahead and produce. Didn't produce. Getting rocked. You know teams is signing off on that. Like, all right.
You know who you got rocked by? Y'all remember what team that was? I'm just checking.
Dirty Burfict.
No. Burfict didn't even play last year. He been out the league.
He's still Dirty Bengals.
Bell from the Bengals. Made that boy fumble.
That's true.
Anyways, they told him how they felt about him when they gave him a 1 year deal. Okay, when you see guys like Goddard getting $85 million and he gets a 1 year deal, tells you everything you need to know right there. So he's right. The listener is absolutely right. Jalil is absolutely right that he's not the same. He's that guy over the top.
But think about it. Like you just mentioned though, and we close it out. You just mentioned with the NFL how they view things, right? Chad Johnson career, I think, ended short because of the off-field antics, right? Terrell Owens, who actually did produce off-field stuff, ended off the career. You're not producing on that level.
He's not as good as them.
You're not producing on that level where they'll give you opportunities. He's talented. He does put up stats.
Antonio Brown got it back on the field for all the same reasons. He's talented. That's my point with it. I don't personally, I don't care. Please go do TikTok, make your money off the field, create your brand. That's one of the big major things that you have to do now as an athlete to help yourself. I get that. But you've heard all of them say it. R.I.P. Kobe. You've heard Bron talk about it. You've heard Melo talk about it. You've heard a lot of Tom Brady, even though he's not obviously in the social media aspect, but you've heard all of the greats mention. Keep the main thing, and you can do whatever you want. It's just that simple. If you're keeping what got you to this point, that's going to change your family's life as the main thing, that's still going to be putting food on the table, and you do that stuff secondary. TikTok all off season, bro. TikTok all off season. As we mentioned, y'all was talking about it before. Y'all was having a debate. Who was the number one wide receiver? Boy, all of the Steelers, yeah. It wasn't Juju. We know that. It wasn't.
Once AB left, it was all talks of.
The room was there for him to take that spot.
It was all for him to take it.
Yeah, he's clearly not. And that's you need that over the top threat. Chase Claypool was to make that easier for him, and even last year having that over the top threat with Chase Claypool didn't make it easier. Teams weren't doubling him. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need that. Sometimes there are guys all around the league who need that guy to attract the attention of the defense. I would know, being a Giants fan losing Odell Beckham, what it did to the other receivers. Makes them look a real average. And you get guys like Saquon Barkley who takes the attention of the defense, and now guys are better. That's it. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about. So it's no different there. He's a good player. He's solid. He ain't that great. What it is his persona has gotten bigger than his play. that his persona's gotten bigger than his play. He's so well known. He's got the YouTube channel. He's got the dances. He's on Madden. He's so well known. That's what's become more, that his persona had to become bigger than his play. And when you get there, especially in the no fun league, you're in trouble. So I hope he plays better this year. But frankly, I don't care about the Steelers. But my girl will be mad if I say anything other than that. So I wish him nothing but the best of luck.
we gonna close it out. I think if somebody on that team and that wide receiver group is going to be able to flourish because of Najee Harris being there, I'm gonna say that though.
Oh yeah.
With Najee Harris being there, that's gonna make things.
We have to load the box again.
It's gonna make things so much easier, especially for that man Big Ben too. He's not gonna have to throw 60 times a game.
Who knows he needs that?
Najee Harris has been looking really good in preseason so far. It's preseason, but I'm pretty sure with Mike Tomlin at the helm, they're gonna translate that to the regular season. And it's gonna make it everything easier for these wide receivers because they ain't got nobody that's a put fear in the defense, number one type wide receiver. But if Najee Harris is getting busy like that, and I think they're going to have him play like that Le'Veon Bell role when Le'Veon was there getting busy in Pittsburgh, they found that same thing. It's going to be just like that. He's going to be getting catches out the backfield. They probably going to try to have him run some routes. They're going to literally use him like they did with Le'Veon Bell, and that's when Big Ben's had some of his best years of having a running game and a outside threat with your running back. After what? Hines Ward, Antonio Brown, Plaxico for a little bit, have they really had any like elite top-notch receivers? No, not really. It's the run game that helps them, and they already had solid defenses and great coaching. That's it. But y'all know the vibes. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. Bench Mob, we out. Peace. Columbia.